Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the vlog. This is going to be my reading vlog from Monday, October 10th through the Saturday, October 15th? Yes, that is correct. I didn't vlog yesterday, Sunday. I didn't vlog, so yeah, but it's now about 7:30 on Monday and I figured to start this vlog. So let's just talk about the two books that I have started. One of them is The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, which is the sequel to Once Upon a Broken Heart. So basically in Once Upon a Broken Heart, we follow Evangeline Fox, who the guy that she's in love with turns out is marrying another, and this makes her upset. So she ends up striking a deal with Jax, who is the Prince of Hearts, and an agreement is made. And then things happen, and then Evangeline is told by the Empress of her country to travel to a different country for reasons, and things happen. And that's a very crappy description of book one, but that's honestly all I remember. I am currently 63% into The Ballad of Never After, though. I'm really enjoying it. I absolutely love Jax, who is the Prince of Hearts. He is just so not even morally great. He's just outright wrong. But I'm just sitting here just like, that man is amazing. I love him. I'm really enjoying Ballad of Never After. This picks up, I'm pretty sure, just immediately right after Once Upon a Broken Heart ended, and we are dealing with the aftermath of that, so I can't really talk about it that much, but essentially we are looking for these things to open a thing. That's the most vague description I can give without spoiling anything from book one. We're also trying to figure out a way to break these two curses, and it's just a fun and wild book. I'm loving it. I've read 63% of this book in 2 days. I started it yesterday and I'm already 63% in. And I'll probably be finishing it tomorrow. And again, I'm really enjoying it. The audiobook is amazing. So yeah. And then I'm also reading Scythe by Neil Shusterman. This is a utopian sci-fi. I think on my spreadsheet I'm going to put it as sci-fi, but it's technically a utopian where death has been conquered and people can live for a long amount of time. And to deal with the human population, there are these people that are selected to be scythes, which are basically the people who choose who to kill / glean. Glean is the term that they use for killing. And we follow Citra and Rowan as they end up being apprentice scythes. That's hard to say. Basically, they are trained to become scythes, and it ends up being that Citra is trained one way and Rowan is trained another way, and it's just, that's the basic of it I can explain. I've read the entire trilogy, and I loved it, and I'm doing a reread, as it's been about 3 years since I read Scythe, and honestly I forgot so much that it almost feels like I'm reading a new book. There are basically the only thing I can remember of this series is what I explained, a couple of characters from the rest of the series, and how it ends. That's all I remember. And I'm reading this because this is the late night bookwormy book club pick for September, but we're doing the live show on the 15th. So I'll leave that linked in the iCard in the description. That will be happening / would have already happened at the time you're seeing this on Alicia from Books and Things with Alicia, like her channel. So again, I'll leave that linked in the iCard and below. But I'm 17% into it, I think. And I'm really enjoying it. I gave Scythe 5 stars when I first read it, and I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna give it that 5 stars. We will have to see. But I'm really enjoying it. I love the characters. I love the concept of it's very interesting because obviously death has been conquered, so now we're seeing the way that they pick who to kill, how to kill, the morality and the concept behind that, of you honestly see a look into the concept of death itself. If death typically does not happen, then how are those emotions, those feelings, that entire thing happening? And so it's definitely an interesting read. I'm very excited to discuss it. But I will probably, I'm tired because it was just Thanksgiving. Canada had their Thanksgiving on the 10th here, so I had family over earlier, and then my friend just randomly showed up. That's the first time she's done that in a long time. So I hung out with her for a few hours, and then now I'm kind of tired, so I'll probably just read some more Scythe and then call it a night, and I will probably update you tomorrow more than likely, because I'll probably forget to do it tonight. Okay, so it's 7 o'clock on Tuesday the 11th, and last night I made it up to 39% of Scythe, and I'm really enjoying it still. No thoughts, I'm definitely going to be reading a lot more of it tonight as I want to get a good chunk into it. And then just a little bit ago I started Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. This is what I'll be holding up whenever I'm referencing this book. But this is the third and final book in the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. The first book, Kingdom of the Wicked, we follow Amelia, who her twin sister Victoria is murdered, and Amelia wants to figure out who did it, and ends up accidentally summoning Wrath, who is one of the 7 princes of hell, and they try to figure out who killed Victoria. And then now we are, without spoiling too many things for book 1 and 2, we are currently in the 7 circles of hell, or just this beautiful place. And there has been a murder, and it's linked to a bunch of things that we learned in book 1 and 2, and it has caused some interesting things to happen. And this is well, the first book is YA fantasy, book 2 and book 3 is new adult, and boy is it already new adult, and I'm only 66 pages into it. I need more fantasies where it's like this, where it like either is new adult but it's not like intense new adult, or where it starts off as YA, works its way to new adult or adult. Think kind of like ACOTAR, how you're like, oh, it's YA, the later books get to be adult. Like, I need more series like that, because like the first book, like Kingdom of the Wicked, was YA, and this is heavily new adult. Like, damn. I'm loving this. I love Amelia and Wrath. It's been like 10 months, I think, since I read Kingdom of the Wicked and Kingdom of the Curse, which is books 1 and 2. But I did remember enough to just jump into this. But the one thing I like remember the most is I love Wrath and Amelia and their banter and their dynamic and their flirting and their tension. I just love them. I'm really curious to see where this goes. And honestly, I might read more, but I want to get Scythe dealt with more, because that is, I need to have it finished before Saturday. This doesn't have an end date, although I'd like to get it read by the end of the week. And honestly, I feel like that's doable, because I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna read a chapter or 2, and I'm going into chapter 5. Yeah, so I already know this is good. This was a 5-star prediction, so I really hope it lives up to be that 5-star. So last night I ended up reading up to, I think it was about 58% of Scythe, and still enjoying it. I don't really have updates. I don't know how, probably not really going to update on that book beyond just saying my percentage, because I really enjoy the characters. I love the concept. I just am enjoying it. I'm not sure if it's the 5 stars that I originally gave it, but I can't remember what the ending is, so that might change my thoughts. And then I read a little bit more of The Ballad of Never After today, and without saying too much, this has the trope of one character gets hurt and then the other has to care for them, and that is one of my favorite tropes ever. Like, I love it so much, and this has it twice actually. So loving it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna rate it. I'm hoping to finish it either tonight or tomorrow, but it's 5 o'clock, so probably more likely tomorrow, because I also want to read more of Kingdom of the Feared right there. and also get a good chunk into Scythe, and get like a good chunk of Scythe Red. I said that yesterday, I think, and I didn't, but maybe tonight I might, who knows. So I finished The Ballad of Never After, and why is it that I have read 2 books within the last 2 weeks that have broken my heart at the end of the book? Like, and also in a very, very similar way. But I'm not going to say the way because spoilers. The Ballad of Never After gets 5 stars because I love the characters, I love the world, I love the way it's written. The plot I feel like was a little bit, I don't want to say the word wonky, but there was like a little something missing, but the way that everything tied in together was nice. But that ending of how things happen and then more things happen and then more things happen and then just, I literally started sobbing. And then because I was listening to the audiobook and playing my game on my phone, I literally threw my phone onto my bed as if to be like, I better not have heard what I just thought I heard. And yeah, I heard correctly. I need the 3rd book. How about today? Even though it's not supposed to come out until probably this time next year, would make the most sense. Because Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After came out in like fall time. So I'm gonna be suffering until fall. I love Jax and Evangeline so fucking much. Like, oh my god. I'm just gonna shut up now because I will start spoiling things. But I wish I would have recorded my reaction. So yeah, but I'm gonna crawl into bed and read more of Scythe. If I can even read, because my brain is just like, brain is numb from that ending. It's still needing to process. So I don't know how much I'll read. But I'll at least try to read a little bit. It's about 10:30 on Thursday. But last night I made it to about, what, 75% of Scythe. No thoughts. And then I read up to page 95 of Kingdom of the Feared, or Kingdom of the Feared, if I want to hold this up. But this book is spicy and I love it. I love the characters. I love just everything about it. Yes, the plot is a little weak, but I personally like the characters enough that the plot can be a little weak. But I'm excited to see where it goes, because I do feel like it has potential to go somewhere. It's just more of the question of, does it go anywhere, and is it actually going to be interesting, or is it just going to be where I love the characters? I know I kind of felt similar with Kingdom of the Curse, which is book 2, which I had books falling over. I felt this similar way with Kingdom of the Curse, where I was like, I love the characters with every ounce of my heart, but the plot just still the plot kind of felt a bit weak, but I still gave it a 5 stars because I liked the plot enough, and mixing it with loving the characters and just everything kind of wrapped together to be a 5-star. But I'm not sure if that's going to be the case for Kingdom of the Feared, but we will have to see, as I'm only about 20-some% into it, so there's still time for that, for my thoughts to get better and the book itself to get better. But I'm going to go and read more of Scythe. I'm definitely not going to finish it because I'm tired, but at least get close to finishing it so then I can 100% finish it tomorrow. So it's Friday around 3 o'clock, and last night I read up to 84% of Scythe. I'll 100% be finishing it tonight because I need to get it finished tonight because of the live show tomorrow. But this arrived, the collector's edition of Red, White, and Royal Blue, so of course I have to show it off because I love it so much. So, like, Like, that's the freaking naked hardcover. And then the gorgeous, like, end pages. Like, some of the prettiest end pages. And then there's the bonus chapter. And then there's, like, the bonus chapter, which is, like, from Henry's point of view, going through various parts of, like, in the future, like, after the book ends. And I'm just like, I love it. It was worth every penny, and I'm so glad that I have 2 more copies of this book. Like, two different editions of this book that will be coming soon. But I literally, like, this, first of all, this wasn't supposed to arrive until Monday, so when it arrived today, I was like over the moon excited. And now to the start of, I guess, my Red, White, and Royal Blue collection as the second copy that I own. But I will be doing schoolwork and then reading more of Kingdom of the Feared later, and I'll kind of just update sometime later, I guess. So it's Saturday at about 9 o'clock, and last night I did finish Scythe. I gave it 5 stars, but it's like a low 5 of like I ran it through Compile and it gave me a 5, but like if anything would have been lower, it would have been a 4.5. So like a low 5, but I really loved it. I'm excited to continue with the series at some point. I'm hoping to maybe binge through the series next month, but no promises. And then I did read up to page 110 of Kingdom of the Feared. I just today was an off day, because like I did the live show, and then I just kind of, like, I did the live show for Scythe, and then I just kind of didn't feel like reading, so I only read like 1 chapter, but 1 chapter is better than nothing. I'm making a little bit of progress slowly, but I'm gonna end this vlog here since it's Saturday, and I feel awful for another crappy vlog, but honestly, I don't really know what else to do. I might take a step back from weekly reading vlogs unless it's for like readathons or specific vlog ideas. Like, I know my next reading vlog will be for the readathon I Know What You Did Last Summer-a-thon, which I'll leave that announcement video in the description because it will be currently going on as this video goes up. But that will be kind of more reading a bit darker books, as in horror, thriller, a dark paranormal romance, and if I can finish Kingdom of the Feared, after that maybe a dark academia. I haven't fully decided that TBR for that vlog, but that's just a little thing of what to expect if I actually read anything that I just said. But I really hope you enjoyed this vlog, and bye!